that one again. The thumbs up and remove. I remember that person. Great. It's like, finish packing this shit up. Good morning, David. How are you? Hey, Brian. How are you? I'm gonna wait until I get down there. I just covered it up because it's getting cold out. I don't want the metal doing the flash rust. You know what I mean? Because that's what it was doing. That's why it was bubbling up. So I think I'm gonna have to strip the whole damn car down and redo it. So little tiny pieces keep coming out, about the size of a pen tip. Good morning, Ron. How are you? Surprised to see you here. I didn't know you actually were subscribed. Yeah, so this is my pod today. Ready? I got enough stuff packed up. I still got more to bring out. That's why I keep trying to condense this and figure out what's the best way to do things. Liam Matthews. Ew. So I'm actually going to dolly this to the probably to the storage place if I can't get it to back up. And then my next trip is going to be a U-Haul truck. It's going to pick up all my tools, my sandblast cabinet, my clean sink, all that stuff. It's all going with compressor, air guns, all that stuff, hoses. I finally got into the game room and started dismantling everything in there. But the heavy stuff is going to have to wait until I get the U-Haul truck. What year is what? The car? The 57 Chevy. Austin. For what? Bot 1. All right, don't start doing that. How the roll of tape go? Yes, that's what it is. A 57 Chevy. Bel Air. All right, now we're getting the spammers in here. Hmm. The caps on the bumper. Oh, you mean the bullets? Little rubber bullets. That's what they're called. How you doing, Tim? I know you're in here because I saw you block that. Good morning, J.E. Trying to think what the hell I did with my roll of tape. I brought a brand new roll out here, and it just like up and disappeared. Got another box that I got to tape up, and I got to stack that up there. And I got three more inside, and I got a whole bunch of pictures and murals and everything else that are coming out here. Good morning, Tim. How are you? See, I even have this thing. Look, you know what that is, don't you? That's what the construction workers use in the wintertime when they're laying brick outside. It's one of those jet propulsion heaters. Don't ask me why I bought it. I had good intentions on using it for something, but it didn't work. Yes, it is. 57. And what we're going to do is when I get to my new place, I'm going to rip that engine out. Redo the whole thing. Hello, Jason, Jordan, how are you? It doesn't say it. Yeah, that's the problem, Tim. You know, we're going to get a bunch of the haters in here, or the spammers, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Oh, there it is. It's hanging off the box. It's all new stuff in these boxes. It's not like old stuff, you know? It's not opened. I got a chainsaw in here. I got that freaking blower, echo blower, and I got some other tools that are going to go in. Well, actually, they're in here already. I even got a metal detector in here. Well, it didn't look that way 3 years ago. Actually, it it's starting to look like crap again because I got to redo the damn doors. I wish I had new doors for this car because I think the doors are actually rotted out on the bottom. Are you just rebuilding the engine, or are you? No, I'm doing everything on the car. I've been doing body work. I've done. I made a headliner for it from scratch using a thread and needle. I made door panels for it from scratch using a thread and needle with three different types of fabric. But it's color coordinated, so it's like the headliner is black, the door panels are black and turquoise, the dash is turquoise. You know, the seats are going to be turquoise and black. So they're going to have that like that matting or bib or whatever the hell you want to call it on the seats. One on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. That bib part's going to be like black vinyl. Or I could actually flip the switch and do it the other way around. But I don't know if I'd have enough black vinyl to do the seats though. I still got that dent down there at the bottom. I got to get that out too. Well, thanks, Austin. I appreciate it. Got a lot of work that's got to be done. It's something I bought sight unseen. It was down at an aircraft hangar in near New York, and I just paid the guy. I had him dolly it all the way up here, and he did, and he said it didn't run. And the next day, of course, me being an Aries, I got thick-headed and decided to put all the fluids in it and everything, and see if it would start over. Well, there's a video of it running, but the problem was, beknownst to me, there was major issues going on inside. Timing chain was stretched, which was the original. It had the number one spark plug wire on the number 8 spark plug wire receptacle on the distributor cap, and the 8 was switched over to the 1, so it was screwed up there. And then as I went along, it just started getting rough and more rough to the point where it wouldn't start up. So I started opening up the heads, and I opened up a can of worms, and next thing I know, I'm right down to, well, the other day my friend put a starter in it, and she cranks fine. It's not galloping or anything, but um, I think I have a collapsed lifter on the passenger side because yesterday when I went to check the rocker arms, two of them were extremely tight, like they were on the highest part of the cam, and then one of them was so loose it was like tightened down to zero lash, but the push rod you can literally lift it up and down, and That usually tells me collapsed lifter, you know. I gotta cut that tape off of that thing. I'll be right back. So I need that tape over here where I'm working at now. There's another box that's going in. So what I got? I got 4 bins in there, and I think I have 6 boxes left. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get everything in 10 boxes and bins. Yeah, it's probably one or the other. But you know what I mean? I've seen enough people pull the cams out, you know what I mean? So that doesn't look like it's a hard job, you know? You want to usually try and go with the easier stuff first, you know, to see if that's the case. You don't want to go right to the, oops, bad situation, gone worse, you know? Yeah, I know. I know, Joe. I'll have to research it. I'll have to look it up online. I'm not an ASC mechanic, but I mean, hell, I've gotten this far and the engine's cranking, so, you know, get to a certain point on the starter and it sounds like it's a reset and it starts cranking again. I guess it only goes so much on the flywheel and then it comes back. So I actually was trying to see if it would bring oil up to the top. Wasn't even pushing the gas pedal. You know. Yep. The simple shit first. Get that out of the way, and then deal with the hard shit later. Because ultimately, the easy shit will lead you right to the whatever's the hardest part that's going wrong. You know. Give me a minute. I want to go and get this tape. Because if I don't get this shit done this week, man, I'm gonna have problems. This has got to be picked up probably by Wednesday and brought to the storage facility so that way I can unload it. And then I have to get a U-Haul truck and get my furniture and probably get a dolly for the car, and bring that down because there's enough storage in that unit for the car. That's timing compression. Yeah, well, every time I turn the ignition off, like when you turn it off and you just cut the power, you can hear the compression. I don't have to mimic what it sounds like. You know what compression sounds like. And it's every time I turn it off. So it's like I know it's got compression. And I've checked the dipstick, and believe it or not, there's no water in the oil. I thought there was, but there's not. There's nothing in there. It's right at the fill mark where it's supposed to be, because that's what I put in it. The oil that I put in it is what's in there now, and there's no discoloration to the oil or nothing. So at least I know it's not a head gasket. It's actually it's probably the water channels, that were leaking a little bit. And once you tighten that up, you go through the process of flattening it down a little bit more, I guess. Because I know the gaskets ain't bad. They got to be fine. 'Cause I remember the last time I went and worked on that and I had the head gasket problem. Last time it discolored the oil. The dude. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, but you know what? I mean, you got to remember too. Sometimes those bolts back off a little bit. That's like with everything. You're dealing with something on the bolts. The head bolts are the original head bolts. They're not replaced ones. You know. The only thing that's replaced is the bolts on the oil pan. You know, the ones on the corner, because don't ask me why, but the original ones would not go in no matter what I did. All right, let me go get this tape. I'll be right back. Ah. Ah. Ugh. Well, that's what I did with the old bolts. I put thread sealant on it. That's the white shit with the brush. I know. Yeah, I did that too. I already did that stuff, Joe. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm not stupid, you know? I'm not making fun of what you said. I'm just saying, there's certain things that if you're going to do these things, you got to make sure you know what you're doing to an extent, you know? See, I got to put this over here. Well, there was nothing wrong with them. Nobody told me back then that I was supposed to. So, you know, how in the hell am I supposed to know? Like I said, I'm not an ASE certified mechanic. I wouldn't know that, you know? When I went to school and took up the automotive in school, none of that stuff was actually told to us either. Left in the dark about a lot of things. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So, that's what it is. It's a small block Chevy. The other thing is too, Joe, is not everybody has a budget to go and buy all new stuff all the time. No offense, but I'm just saying. I mean, you guys know from me putting this thing together, I really didn't have the money for it. I just did whatever I could. You know, and you guys even seen the video of me pulling damn pistons out, busted one in my hand. Then I found out there were actually two of them, not one. But I already had opened up one can of worms, and surprise, number two. Well, you know what I'm going to do is once I get down there, I'm just going to rebuild the damn engine. I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, I don't have to mess with the rod bearings. They're fine. They went in the right way. They were torqued down. There's no damage to any of the journals. So that was the funny thing about the cylinder walls in that thing. Even though the piston broke, it was held in by the rings, and they separated from the aprons. So when I went in there and had a look at the cylinder walls, there was no scarring, there was no scratches, there was no, nothing. It was just, like it just broke off. That was it. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want them snapping, man. No, fucking scared the hell out of me with that shit. Start getting them damn things too damn tight and they snap off in the heads, you're never getting it out. Then you can call the engine quits because it ain't gonna go anywhere at all. And that's mainly what I'm afraid of nowadays because a lot of the parts that they make for these cars today are not the same quality. Compression tool or whatever to get the the valves out and all that, or the keepers pieces and stuff. Those tools that I got, they were garbage. They were pieces of junk. I mean, literally, when was it that you ever seen the C part of a valve spring compression tool, okay, stretch out like this as you're trying to, put pressure on the spring? When have you ever seen that? If you're using Japanese tools and you have freaking metric sizes, yeah. They listed two different kinds online, and when I realized one was metric, I went and bought the other one thinking it wasn't. Well, they were both the same damn thing. They were both garbage. And then when I went to Advanced Auto, I went to get the tool there too. And the first one just literally broke on me. It was a piece of garbage. The old tools that they used in the 60s and in the 70s and 50s or whatever, those tools were made to last. They weren't what they called disposable tools. You know what I mean? Like, use them once and throw them in the trash. So that's what I worry about, was trying to do a job and not having the right or the proper tools or the right quality tools in order to get the job done. That's what's annoying to me. It doesn't help if you have to do the same job 3 and 4 times in order to get something accomplished. Just pointless. Must be getting cold out here because this tape is not sticking to the box. And my real estate agent's telling me to go to the senior center for lunch. To the senior center for lunch, and I'm like, no thanks. Enough crap to do. I don't need to be sitting there wasting time up there. Nobody ever talks to me anyway, so plus I got enough to keep me busy here for the next whatever millennium. Yeah, I'm doing good, doing fine. Just taping up some boxes and trying to organize things so that way I can get this done and get this out of the way. I still got stuff inside to pack up, but we're not going to put that stuff out here. It's like slot machines. I got two of those. Air hockey, foosball table. That's not coming out here. I'm not going to put that in here. I'll wait until I get my U-Haul truck or something and, do it that way. Okay, more on that. And that. Another box ready to go. Okay, and that ends that. Yeah, I know. I'm not smoking though. It's not lit. These are the kind that actually, they go out after a while. So just leave it in my mouth. That's all. Yeah, I got plenty to do. Say, look, that's what I've gotten done so far by myself. There's plenty inside yet too. Bel Air, 57. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised I've gotten that much done. But I've been taking a lot of breaks though in between. It's not like I'm constantly doing this. So I got 3 boxes of VHS tapes to bring out. Then I still have another half a closet filled with VHS tapes that I have to box up. And then I have baseball cards I got to box up too. And then just random things throughout the house. Like I got, don't ask me why, but I got like three. I know why. You know what? I bought air fry ovens and coffee makers for my sisters and brothers for Christmas 2 years ago, and they didn't want them. I was the only one that actually passed out Christmas gifts. Man, why am I belching so much? It seems like every time I get online. But they didn't want them, and they wouldn't let me return them either. So now they're kept in the boxes until I get to a flea market or something like that, and I'll sell them there. What else am I going to do? I'm not going to keep them. I don't need 5 coffee makers. I don't need 5 French door, stainless steel uh, body air fryers either. The size of a microwave. Probably. Well, the house is going to be. I think it's going to be bought on the 31st at 11:30, and then the money will be transferred into my account via down over in Manchester, so that way I can buy this other place. Hopefully, if everything works out in time. But this lady thinks that I'm going to be able to run around doing this, do the paperwork for that down in Manchester when it hasn't even been sent to me, and do my disability all at the same time. It doesn't work like that. This stuff is all going into storage. So once I move down to Manchester, the place that I looked at, it's actually pretty big. It's got a dining room, it has a living room, it has 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, it's got a kitchen, it's got a table area for the kitchen as well. It's nice. And it's a lot more, sturdy construction than some of the other trailers. But it's not a trailer park. It's a senior community. So it's everybody who's 55 and up. It's not a bunch of riffraff in there. Well, like I said, I'm not going to give my stuff away. I bought the stuff. So, like these things here, you don't give those away. Those are things that people collect. There are collectors out there. If you go on Facebook, you'll see them all over the place. They actually have groups where they sell them too. Well, funny thing is, actually, with the VHS tapes, I can transfer them over to DVD. I have DVD recorders and all that other jazz. So, thank you, Michael. Yeah, doing what? I don't like eBay because they take a good portion of whatever put the item at. I'd rather do either a garage sale or go to a flea market, set up a table like they have in PA, and do something like that. You know what I mean? Because then you can just like sit back, you can socialize with the people. You know what I'm saying? And you get people that are interested in some of the stuff that's collectible. Like a guy was sitting there busting my chops because I have a box that has Lincoln Logs, and I have another box that actually has the original McDonald's playset. That's old stuff, man. That's like antique stuff. Aurora, AFX car tracks. I have those too. And then the original old Hot Wheels 1969 racetrack. I got stuff that's you know not garbage. Let's just put it that way. I figure three more boxes out here. That'll load up this row. Oh God. Oh, I got to get the bungee cords out. I got those too. I forgot all about that shit. Keep things strapped to where they're at instead of them going flying. Because you never know how the hell these people drive. They drive like a maniac and you can lose everything you have. Hey, Dennis, good morning. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, eBay is like that too. A lot of people try and, what they call it, daydreamers and tire kickers and all that other crap. I had one guy come up here, didn't even call me or anything about this car, wanted to buy it. Then I heard it was something about his son wanting to buy it. I never heard another damn thing about it. They ain't going to be able to get it out of here anyway until this pot is gone. So, well, hello there in Scotland. How's it going? Ah, yeah, I'm just packing up stuff, Dennis. That's all. There's my pod now. I've still got a few things like those coffee makers. I got to put them in a box, and then it's mainly worrying about the game room inside. I don't even know if the mail came yet. What time is it? What I don't like about YouTube is they block your time on your phone. You can't see it. Oh yeah. Yep. It's not just out here; it's inside too. I know we had what was it? One of the haters sitting there talking about me being a pig and a slob and all that other stuff. I'm like, well, excuse my French, but I'm in the middle of packing up my whole house. So you'll excuse me if I can, what is it? Put my thoughts on one thing at a time, and not worry about what's on the ground because I'm not dealing with that. I'm dealing with packing up stuff. Even got records out here. LPs, 78s, 33s, and 45s. Now, well, that doesn't help me out here. Yeah, 20 years is a long time. Nastiness, man. Yeah, no. Ain't enough time in the day here either. Yeah, yeah, you got that right. It's gonna be darker longer, even in the morning. Trying to think. Do I need another box or no? I don't think I could fit three coffee makers in there though. Oh, I'm not paying them no mind. Don't worry about that. They're always going to have something bad to say about somebody because they've got nothing constructive to say about anybody. It's not going to make me or break me. Yeah, exactly. Be dark. Ah, Well, that sounds like me. That's what I used to leave at 5 a.m. driving school kids. I guess I better turn this the other way because I'm going to tape up this other box. I don't want to sit here and do nothing, you know? 'Cause that's not going to get anything done. Oh, what did I do with the razor? Here we go. Probably get another bottle of water. That's probably the reason why I'm coughing so damn much. Other than mucus, I can't stand it. It just doesn't seem to go away. Okay. Well, it doesn't seal it the first time. You bought 8 rolls of tape. You ain't got to worry about how much tape you use. Sound like they just dropped the house. Remember when I had the problem with the tree that came and crushed my car and pulled the wires out of the house and everything? Well, at about the same time, 2 houses away, they had a tree come crashing down on their roof. Split the house right in half, right at the peak of the house's roof. I don't know what the hell they're doing now, though. It's awful noisy for somebody's just working on a roof. Looks like they're done. They didn't even have the shingles on that this morning. They do now. Let's see. This way. And my real estate agent's like, well, when you get the number to the real estate agent down in Manchester, give the number to me. I was like, okay. Like, I got to get paid something. I'm like, yeah, you sure do. Let's see. More on this side. Well, that didn't help any. Again. Why is there mosquitoes out here? Like, too cold for them to be living. What year what car is? Joe, why are you asking what year the car is? Are you talking about my car? Look up a couple up above you, Joe. There's a Joe Jackson there with a red. Hang on, I think I hear a car door. Does anyone know what year the car is? What year what car is? Talking about my car, the 57 Bel Air. Chevrolet with an SVC. I feel mucus in my chest, man. I wonder if that's what they call upper respiratory tract infection or some shit like that. Upper respiratory infection, whatever the hell it is. Uh, Can we get that to go up there? Yes, I think we can. Uh, this one up here. All right. don't know why I keep saying that. Orientation is locked. Turn it the other way. Yeah, well, if I turn it the other way, it doesn't run one direction from the other. So, I don't know if I should check the mail or not. Yeah, I'm about as far as it's going to get with this. The heavier stuff goes on the bottom, the lighter stuff goes on top. So that way you don't have everything going. What, the car? It's a 57 Bel Air, Joe. I thought you knew that. Ugh. Now I see something else I can move. Maybe put that box in there. The other direction. Your first time here? Who you normally hang out with? Yeah, but you got to watch too, Joe. The original Joe. It may not be who you think it is. It might be somebody else that's hanging out with the haters. Got a lot of those. Or it might not be. It's hard to say. I have no idea who he is. Got nothing to do with me. Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know you. I don't know him. I don't know if I do or I don't. I might. You have friends on YouTube? Uh, let's see what the hell I did with those damn bungee cords. They got to be in the back of the car. I think I put them in here yesterday. I'll be right back, folks. Give me a minute. Okay. Uh, oh, I'm talking about on YouTube, Joe. I'm not talking about where you live at your house. Uh, yeah, they have this thing called No Name Nationals. They do that every year. There's a lot of people that go to that from YouTube. I haven't been able to because I've been tied up with a bunch of, you know, garbage here, and uh, now dealing with selling the house. I couldn't go this year, so maybe I'll try next year. Who knows? It's just weird to see two names exactly the same. Even spelled the same name, same way. Even though it's a common name, it's just like kind of throws you off. So there's supposed to be 20 bungee cords. I hope these things aren't small. Not supposed to be. The hell is that? Hmm. Okay, next one. Let's see what the hell I can do with this. I would assume that one's probably like right where the other one is. Not much. Just packing up boxes and filling up my pods because I only got a couple of days left. So I got records in there. I got to pack up. I got not records. Um, the hell's it? VHS tapes and baseball cards that I got to pack up. I already have records in my old toy chest from when I was a kid. That'll be coming out here next. There'll be two other bins coming out too. Yeah, usually it is. But I'm in the midst of moving, Joe. That's the thing. You know? So other than be antisociable, at least what I do is I come on here and I talk to people that I know. You know what I mean? And some that I don't. So hmm, let me see if I can hook this. Well, this one I can put here. This should hold the TVs in place. I ain't gonna worry about that. I don't know how far it's gonna stretch, but let's see what the heck happens. I want to test that. Oh, I can't. Shit. Oh, I ain't gonna work on that side. It's too high up there. Maybe this here. Nope. I might have to do it this way. Okay. keep hearing car doors closing. I don't know what the hell's going on out here. Weird. That's going on the bottom, so. Ain't gonna stretch that far. Nope, it ain't gonna make it either. So, why is this still doing that? Oh, now it's doing it without that. Okay. I tried. No, not right now. I'm busy packing up my stuff because I'm selling my house. See, I guess a lot of people that's a turn off because I'm not working on the car. I can't work on the car all the time. People do have other things they got to do, you know. Well, here's the funny thing with the little loops for hanging bungee cords. They don't line up. Yeah, because my damn phone is screwed up. Keeps saying orientation is locked. Turn phone the other way. When I do, this is what I get. Stupidity. That's what you get for having a freaking what do they call that? A Android. No. Are you kidding me? Really? I want nothing to do with the guy. He's got a one-track mind. It's a feeble mind. That's it. Nothing to do with him. I'm trying to see who said that. Valve. Oh, what's up? That's another hater. That's probably Joe. I guarantee you that's Joe. Fastang Mustang 89 or Fastang 89. Either that or it is Guns and Gears, one or the other. All right, stop spamming that. See, I got 3 boxes of VHS. Then I have a toy chest filled with 45 records. Then I have another one of these storage containers which doesn't have a top. Nightmare on Elm Street. Holy crap, I can't believe I have those on tape. I even have the remake of Psycho. I don't know. Even my old carpet is going with me, the one that was hanging on the wall. I don't know where yet, but it's going with. Don't have much room left in here. It looks like it's a lot of room, but it's not. How's the house sale going, Rich? Um, I was told this morning by my realtor that it's going to be sold at 11:30 on October 31st. That's when they sign the paperwork. And then, I have to still do this application for this other senior center down in Manchester. And the place that's down there is $29,900. So I'm going to take the 29,009 and pay for that, so that way it's mine, outright, bought. And the only fees that I'll be charged for will be the maintenance, fees and stuff. That's it. Your neck hurts? Yeah, mine does too from keep going like this. Uh, I got to locate some doors for this car, Jeff. I don't want to do all this work on the car and have it have shitty doors. You know what I mean? It's just not going to look right. The only door that's still intact is the passenger side front. That hasn't had any metal, put to it. But it's got dents in it, though. I don't know where the hell the dents came from. I have to probably, take a metal hammer or whatever, the ones that they use for straightening metal. Hold a piece of board like, what the hell is his name? DD Speed Shop, Dan's way of doing things. Hold up a 4x4 up against the body of the car and then hit it from behind. He does pretty good though for what he does. Everybody calls him a hack. I'm like, yeah, he does pretty good. He goes with that conversion stuff with almost every 4-door he gets. His girlfriend don't want him messing up with the 55 that they just got. She wants to keep that a 4-door. Because I'm sideways. Oh, you just have to look like this. That's all. See, but if I go like this, it just darkens the screen and says orientation is locked. There it goes. Doing the same thing again. The screen gets dark, and I can't see what you guys are saying. No, not a condo. It's a senior community. I'm 55 years of age. It says 55 and older. So it's not a trailer park, and it's not the kind of place that has riffraff. It's older folks usually keep to themselves and do their own thing. Funny feeling I'm going to need more than 20 bungee cords. Yeah. Yep. So it's not a bad place. I mean, as for what I've seen online, it's an older one, but the older ones are sturdier. They're not made cheaply. And she said that the realtor said that they sold one for 36 that wasn't made the same way. It was like not in as good a shape. So you try and look for the best deal you can. I think it's like a double wide. So and it has off street parking, so I can put my 57 in there and my daily driver. The trailer, the guy is supposed to come for that once this thing gets hauled over into the storage facility. Then I'm going to hire a couple of kids to unload this thing into the storage facility, and that's after that's done. Pods will pick this up, and then I'll go and get a U-Haul for my furniture and stuff. Oh, I even have Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Weird. I even have the new Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Funny. A lot of these old tapes, they didn't have that thing to protect the copyright infringements. People like copying their tapes and shit like that. They didn't have that back then. Hey Tim, how's that? Gotta mess with you sometime. You know what I'm saying? Have a little fun. Oh, there's the mail. I can hear it. Let's see if it's my buddy. When I put the starter in. Hey, old geezer. Hey, no news is good news, I always say. Ah, shit. Hey, David, how you doing? Let's see what we got. I got to turn it sideways again, Tim, so keep your head straight. Let me see. Tim, two hacks. Tim. Yeah, I just told my buddy about the collapse lifter, Jeff. He's going, collapse lifter. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, he's like, you're supposed to crank it. I said, I've been doing that. There's no oil coming up, on the passenger side. There's oil coming up on the driver's side, but nothing on the passenger side. It's funny, I got all these bungee cords and they don't line up with anything for me to hook it into. Crazy mess. I still got pictures I got to bring in here. I got a big, massive Coca-Cola mural that was given to me by, what the hell is it? Lori Connor. People that ran a bus company in Pinebrook. Hold on, folks. That was crazy. Oh, we're calling you from Barton Court. No, I don't want that. So there was two people that I was actually calling. One that was from one agency, but they kept having problems with the phone, like nobody was answering. And I'd call over and over again, and every time I called, it hung up. So you got to be careful with who you give your money to, you know. Now let's see, 123. There you go, Tim. Figure that way you can have your head straight on. Yeah. Just because it's turned that way doesn't mean you have to have your head turned that way. You goof. Yeah, I think it was 124 Barton Court or whatever the hell it was, Manchester. But yeah, I don't like it when they don't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? You're calling them and calling them and calling them, and they're just like they're setting you to a phone that just keeps hanging up on you. That's not right. Something don't sound right with that mess. Oh God. Well, I can't sit out here all day. I gotta actually get something done because I'm running out of time, folks. So I think I'm gonna get ready to get off of here and get back to what I gotta do here. Maybe I'll go live again tomorrow. It all depends on how the day is. If it's too crazy, then I won't because I have a lot of stuff to do yet. And then after I'm done, somebody's calling me a pig and a slob and all that other stuff because I take papers that I don't need and stuff like that. that that I run into. And instead of concentrating on that, I'm concentrating on one thing at a time, and that's the stuff that I want to get out of the house. So what I do is I take the papers and throw them on the ground. So I'm a slob and a pig because of that. But ultimately, at the end, everything will be swept up and put in bags and tossed out in the garbage. So I don't see where the hell a slob is. That's your Brian for you. You know, he likes to make a ride out of every fucking thing, and even making fun of my shepherd's pie and my Italian cheeseburgers and all that other stuff. What a loser. I can't believe I still have my ex-wife's picture of John Lennon, my mother's pictures of Elvis. Jesus. I still got two posters that I got to take down. One was Janis Joplin. I can't stand her. She sounds like a person who is a truck driver with 200 cigarettes in her mouth. And then, what the hell is it? A Shining poster. And then I got a drawing of the Beatles, which is actually up on my wall in the kitchen. That's got to be taken down. And there's like 5 radios on top of the cabinets that's got to come down too. So they got to come down. Everything that's up top has got to come down as well. I got a empty bin here for CDs, which I have a bunch of them in there on a rack. They got to come in here too. So I got a lot of stuff to do. So I hate to cut it short, folks, but I got to get the heck on out of here and take care of things. For all y'all that showed up, thank you for being here, and all the haters that showed up. Well, thank you for being here too. because it puts my views up. Ah, all right, and don't forget, for all those people that are haters, don't forget to actually record. The first person that comes in here usually is the person that records for these other people. So that's why they steal my videos. Without it, they wouldn't have anything to do, I gather. So, all right, folks, y'all have a good day. I'm getting the heck on out of here. I got things I got to do. And we'll see you probably tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye now.